Is that like a thing with doctors? Like as an adult, what is it called? Your family physician. Are you supposed to get blood work before you go back to them? How does KFC run out of chicken? That's literally in your name. KFC, chicken. If you've ever watched anything Shonda Rhimes related, you know that you're in for a roller coaster every time you watch like a series or season finale. They get what's called sucked off. And they get sucked off into the unknown. Hey y'all, welcome back to Ryan Unscripted. Check this out. Finally got an intro. Ooh, so excited. I am working on this stuff, guys. I got thumbnails done. I got the intro done. Wait till the end. I might just have an outro too. But this has been so much fun. I'm really getting the hang of it. I'm really enjoying this. You would think not having someone to work off of would be a lot harder, and don't get me wrong, it is. But at the same time, now that I'm getting more comfortable with it, I'm just kind of talking about the things that I want to talk about, what's been going on with me, what I've seen on socials that I'm interested in, and just other things like that. First off, I want to tell y'all today what I did with the doctor's appointment I had this past Friday. Let me just begin this with I originally had an appointment not this past Friday, but the Friday before last. It was for 11 or 11:30. I can't remember exactly what time, but it was for 11 or 11:30, and I have to be at work by noon. They're really strict. They don't want you to be late. They'll write you up. Anyway, that's beside the point. I had to change the appointment, so I rescheduled it to this last Friday at 10:20. That way I had plenty of time to go to the appointment, and then I actually had to pick up my new glasses too. Back when I went to the Nicki Minaj concert, I had lost a screw in my glasses, so I went to the eye doctor and I had a warranty, so I just had him order me a new pair. So I picked up my new glasses finally. I've been putting that off because it's not near my house and it's just not fit in the schedule conveniently for me, and I'm kind of lazy, so I just haven't done it. I finally did that after the doctor's appointment on Friday. Here's what happened with that. So I show up to the doctor's appointment, and on my way there, it is pouring the rain. I kid you not, it is a monsoon. It seems like no matter where I am, whenever it starts to rain, everyone forgets how to drive. It's insane. They act like acid's falling from the sky or something. I don't know. Anyway, I go to the doctor's appointment. I get there at 10:30. I'm 10 minutes late already. I run in and I'm like, so sorry. The rain slowed me down. And she looks at me and she goes, are you here to see Dr. blah, blah, blah? And I said, yeah. She goes, she's in the other building today. What? The other building? I didn't know about another building. So I'm like, all right, well, where is it? And she's like, it's 10 minutes away. You can get there. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, well, wait, do you just want to make it a teledoc appointment? I'm like, perfect, great. Yeah, do that. Make it a teledoc. Let's do that. Because I'm going to get in trouble with her. I haven't been taking the blood pressure medication she prescribed me like I'm supposed to. I know that's not good, but listen, I quit vaping. I quit cigarettes a year ago. So I wanted to try to get healthy on my own and see if I could bring my blood pressure down on my own without medication. I don't know why, but I just don't like to take medicine. I really don't like to take medicine unless I really have to. And I guess in this case, I have to. My blood pressure is not even that high. It's just slightly elevated, and she just wants to get ahead of it. And so I tried to see if being better would make my blood pressure not so high. So I was already nervous about this appointment. And now that I know it's not in person, I know they're not going to take my blood pressure. I don't have to worry about her yelling at me. I get in my car and they call me and I'm like, hello. And it's the receptionist. And she goes, hey, Ryan, have you got any labs done recently? And I was like, was I supposed to? I don't know. And she was like, oh, well, this appointment was to review the labs with the doctor, and you don't have any recent labs. And I was like, I never got an order for labs. I didn't know. I'm sorry. And so then she was like, oh, it's okay. We'll send you the order, and then We'll reschedule it again. So now at the end of the month, I have another teledoc appointment. Thank God it's not an in-person appointment again. Listen, I will get my blood pressure under control. I'll take my meds. I promise. I promise, Mom. Is that like a thing with doctors? Like as an adult, your what is it called? Your family physician. Are you supposed to get blood work before you go back to them every time? Like they didn't tell me. I don't know. I listen. I really, other than my pediatrician back when I was like a kid, I didn't really go to the doctor between 21 and 27. Like those 6 years, like I didn't really go to the doctor. And before that, I just went to the pediatrician. Like, actually, I did get a family physician. It was my pediatrician's husband. Literally went to him one time though. I didn't ever see him. I didn't really care for him. I don't know. He just wasn't. I don't know. I didn't have a personal connection with him. He just wasn't it for me. I just hadn't went to the doctor since maybe it wasn't like more like 20 to 27 even. I didn't go to the doctor for a really long time. So I never really had a family physician doctor that you go see every 6 to 12 months until now, which is kind of awful to say, but I just haven't had one. Is that normal? Like, do you go and get blood done every time? And I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, or maybe they told me and I didn't get it, but I don't know. I got the order now, so I'm going to do it now. I got to get blood work done. Ugh, I hate getting blood work done, but it's not that bad. It just, they always have to go in the top of my hand. Like, you have to go in the top of my hand. You're not going to get it in my arm. And sometimes they don't listen to me when I tell them that. And they just want to try and get the vein in the arm, and they never are able to get the vein in the arm, and it's just a pain. I hate getting my blood drawn. I hate doctor like, well, no, I don't hate doctors, but I just don't like taking medicine. I don't like having surgery. Like, I don't want to go. I went through that all when I was like a baby. I don't want to go through any of that crap now, but I guess I need to take care of myself so I don't end up in that position, I guess. But yeah, that was my catastrophe at the doctor this last Friday. That was fun. And I didn't even see the doctor, so yeah, there's that. But on a lighter note, the other day I literally found the story, or remembered a story that I wanted to tell in here. I was in the car with my friend Sharon, and we were passing a sign for KFC. I remembered I wanted a famous bowl after work one day. And so there's a KFC right by our work. And I get off and I go over to KFC. I get in the drive-thru. I'm all excited, ready to order. I pull up and they go, sorry, we don't have any chicken. No chicken for like 30 minutes. I'm like, this is KFC. You don't have chicken? And I even asked him, I'm like, you don't have chicken? He's like, that's right. He was like, do you want anything else? No, but all right, whatever. I'll let it go. All right, have a good night. So I leave. The next day, I'm like, all right, it's not going to happen again. I want a famous bowl from KFC. So I go to KFC. I pull in. I'm all excited again. Ooh, I'm going to get my famous bowl. And they tell me again that they're out of chicken. How does KFC run out of chicken? That's literally in your name. KFC, chicken. Who goes to KFC and doesn't get chicken? Oh, I'll have a biscuit, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Chicken? No, no thank you. I don't want chicken. Then why are you at KFC? So they clearly have some kind of inventory management issue. They don't know how to handle their crap. I haven't gotten a famous bowl since then. I really need to get one, but they're out of chicken. Actually, that's a lie. I did go and get one. That night, actually, I wanted the famous bowl, so I went to another KFC and got it. But now I want one talking about it. But they'll probably be out of chicken again. This is the first podcast that I've ever worn a tank top. So now I can finally show you guys my tattoo. So this is my tattoo. It's Hakuna Matata, Lion King. And it is literally my favorite childhood movie. Me and my mom would watch it. She would literally call me Simba. Like, it has a lot of meaning behind it. Like, I feel like I am Simba in a way. I don't know. I know that's kind of corny to say, but that's how I feel. But yeah, you can see there at the bottom, there's Timon, Pumbaa, and Simba walking across when they're singing Hakuna Matata. And then you got the bugs in the middle that they eat there. And then at the very top, you got Rafiki holding Simba up on Pride Rock. And of course, it says Hakuna Matata means no worries. Woo. But yeah, that's my tattoo. I got it in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, I got it in Myrtle Beach like 5, 6 years ago. I don't know, it's been a while. But yeah, that's my tattoo. I actually want to get another one on this arm, and I want it to be the tree of life, and I also want it to be like multicolored, kind of like this. But I want it to be like the tree of life, and I think I want like my Gemini symbol somehow like intertwined into it. I was gonna get something done with this tattoo artist. He gives me free touch ups on this, and I can't seem to catch him. I was going to meet him in Myrtle Beach on Thanksgiving last year on my way home for Thanksgiving, and he ended up quitting the shop and moving back to his home state in Pennsylvania and opening up his own shop there. So he comes to Florida for conventions and stuff sometimes, so I'm hoping to catch him. And when he's in, he can touch this one up and then give me the Tree of Life tattoo on this one with the Gemini symbol. I also have other couple tattoos that I want to get. I want to get something for my niece Amy. I haven't really planned that out yet. Just like tattoos are so expensive and I want it to be really nice. I just haven't done that yet or planned that out yet. My grandma wrote on a piece of paper for me, "I love you, Mama." And I'm gonna get that tattooed on me, so that's super special. I definitely want tattoos that have meaning, and no matter what, I'm always gonna have some type of nostalgia or something connected to it. So that way, even if it doesn't look the best and I get old and it's there, like I don't feel like I'll ever regret it. Yeah, hopefully I can get those soon. I need to come up with like segments for this podcast. That way I can kind of plan this out a little bit better and it not be so random. I feel like this video is going to be really random because I don't really know 100% what to talk about. Like I know kind of what I'm going to talk about, but honestly, I'm just kind of winging it. So this video is probably going to be like all over the place a little bit, but it's fine. It's Ryan Unscripted. That's what it's supposed to be. I want to talk about what I am watching on TV. I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Circle or not on Netflix. It's a social reality game. And they go on there, they're in their own apartments, they're isolated, they don't know each other. And they create profiles like social media. And they can either be themselves or they can pretend to be someone else. And it is so much fun to watch because there's so many different characters that come. They'll either be themselves or catfish, and it's just so much fun to watch. This season, I had two favorites, and they ended up being in the finals. Spoiler alert, I'm just going to tell you right now. It was Brandon, who played Olivia. He catfished as Olivia. And Kyle, who played himself. Those two were probably my favorite. Kyle was my favorite because he had a French bulldog named Deuce, literally like cutest dog ever. And he was just chilling in the apartment. Like I just like to watch him because of the dogs. And then Brandon, I really like Brandon because I feel like he was the first catfish to really go on there and fool everyone. Like no one ever knew that he was a catfish. Sorry, spoiler alert again. He literally pulled it off. No one knew he was a catfish. Everyone thought he was Olivia. So he played it off really well. Yeah, I really like The Circle. That's a good show. You should check it out if you've never seen it. But also, I watch my typical shows. I watch The Voice, which honestly, The Voice this season, I've not been into it. It's not been my season. It's not that the singers aren't talented, and it's not that the coaches don't have a good dynamic. I don't know. You get that person that gives you that wow factor and that real like, they got it. And I just haven't felt that with anyone this season. But I've also been kind of distracted from it. Haven't really been watching it. Like, there's really been, if you have never seen Chris Blue on The Voice was probably one of the last people on that show to really like blow me away. When he had his audition, I'm like, oh, that's it, Chris, he's gonna win. And he did. He won. It's been a long time on The Voice since anyone's really blown me away, so I'm kind of over it. I don't watch American Idol. I don't care for the new version of it. I've really never watched it ever since Old Idol went away. I just didn't like the judges, the dynamic, and sorry, I just didn't care for it. So I never really watched that. I do watch, though, Grey's Anatomy, Station 19. Those shows are in the same universe. Grey's Anatomy, I've watched forever. My mom got me into that. She was watching it when I was younger. And I just literally sat down and started watching it with her. And I've watched it ever since. And I love that show. I don't get tired of it, but I will say it is time for it to come to an end, I think. And I feel like they're kind of setting it up for the end, maybe. I don't know. It's time for it to end. It's really done its thing. It's, you know, they're bringing back some old nostalgia, like with Bailey being the chief resident, or not the chief resident. What is it? Is it the chief resident? I don't know. Whatever her title is, where she teaches the interns. So, Bailey being back in that spot where she's mentoring the interns, Richard kind of being back in that area as well, and the new interns kind of taking the spotlight, which I like the new interns. I think it's been good storyline. Like, this season's been pretty good. But I definitely think it's time to end it. And I feel like they're lining it up with that. If y'all haven't watched it, with Meredith and her Alzheimer's research, I think they're gearing up towards the end. But we'll see. I don't know. And then Station 19, that's another one that's in the same universe as Grace. It is coming to an end this season. I'm so sad. Literally next week is when you're watching this, it'll be this week, is the series finale part 1, and it's going to be a wildfire. Technical difficulties. My mic literally died in the middle of that last shoot. I literally said so much more after that, and it didn't get any of it. But anyway, I left off with Station 19. Their series finale starts next week. It's a two-parter, and it's going to be a wildfire. It's going to be insane. I already know a ton of drama is going to happen. Someone's probably going to die. It's going to be a cliffhanger next week. If you've ever watched anything Shonda Rhimes related, you know that you're in for a roller coaster every time you watch like a series or season finale. So just, if you're watching, get ready. Aside from Grey's and 19, the other shows that I like to watch, I watch Law and Order, SVU, and Organized Crime. So the Elliot spinoff too. And SVU's good. They're kind of boring here lately. I mean, I like it, but they've kind of been teasing with Rollins coming back here and there. But really not much going on there on that show. They were for a while kind of teasing like Elliot and Olivia kind of being a thing, but they've kind of let that go now. Not really been keeping my attention with either show. They're alright. I watch them. Aside from that, I also watch Ghosts. That's a cute little 30-minute comedy if you want to have something that is quick and simple to watch. Maybe you're going to bed soon and you don't want to be up for another hour episode. Just flip on Ghosts. It's on CBS. It's really funny. You'll like it. This couple, they buy a bed and breakfast, and the wife ends up like falling or hurting herself or something. She's all of a sudden able to see ghosts. So these people that have died in the house and on the property, she's able to interact with them and talk to them. Once they kind of fulfill their unfinished business, they get what's called sucked off. And they get sucked off into the unknown. We don't know what happens when they get sucked off. They just go. And this season, they actually thought Flower, which is the dead hippie, was sucked off, and she's dating Thor, which is the Viking. Literally, they found out that it wasn't her that got sucked off. It was one of the basement ghosts, like the irrelevant people they don't care about, not Flower. And the whole time Thor was walking through the forest like, oh, Flower, I miss you, Flower. And she's in a well. She fell down in a well and can't get out of the well. And she's down there screaming like, Thor, I'm down here, help me, help me. And he never figured it out until he told the group that, oh, yes, Thor hears Flower. Flower talks to Thor from the other side. And they were like, what? And they went and found her. But yeah, so anyway, long story short, that's a really fun, like 30-minute comedy to check out if you need one. I'm really excited for football to come back. I really got into football last season. Go Fins! Miami Fins, that's my team. Yeah, I like the Fins. I like the Eagles. I like the Chiefs. They're good. So yeah, some good teams there. I like to watch. But yeah, I'm really excited for football to come back. I find it fun and exciting. Do like a weekly $25 bet pool. There was a bunch of us that put it in, and you just pick like for the week who you think's gonna win, and whoever got the most picks right won the pool, which was usually anywhere between like $300 to $600, and all you had to do was put 25 in. So I never won. I never won, so I put in, I don't want to even know how many 25s every week during football season, and never won. So hopefully next season I will win and avenge myself in that pool. Go Fins, come on, pull it out this season. Super Bowl. Yeah, probably not. Well, maybe. I'm gonna be positive. They'll maybe make the Super Bowl. Hopefully. I mean, I can see it. I hope this video is not too random and too all over the place. I just kind of talked about whatever I wanted to talk about. Now, I will tell you, I do have a plan for the next podcast. I'm really excited. I'm just going to go ahead and give you a little sneak peek preview. Well, not sneak peek because I'm not going to show you anything. I haven't filmed it yet. But I'm going to give you like the idea of what I'm going to do. So, anyway, my next podcast, I'm getting a package for my mom, and I can't wait to get it. She was like, please don't be mad at me. I don't want you to take offense to this. I'm sending you a book, and it's called How to Be a Man. And that was my little reaction when she told me. I just laughed. I was like, why would I be mad? That is great. And I was texting her yesterday. I was like, I really want to do a podcast about this book. So I hope it gets here soon. I'm definitely going to do a podcast about that probably next on how to be a man. So we'll see what that book says. We'll learn how to be a man together. And she was like, didn't want me to be offended because she was like, you're a man. Like, it's not that you're a man, but, you know, I don't have a dad. And so she wanted me to have the books, you know. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be funny. We'll see. That's what I want to do with the next podcast is read that. And I don't know, maybe we'll have a couple of other topics we talk about, but I definitely want to do that for the next one. I hope this video is not too random. I really just kind of rolled with it today. I just kind of talked about whatever off the top of my head. I'll try to plan the next one out a little bit better, I guess. Guys, it's been so exciting. I'm getting a lot of views. I'm getting a lot of comments, engagements, likes, subscribes. It's so exciting. Please keep liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandmas, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews. Tell everybody to watch Ryan Unscripted. I promise it's gonna be fun. We're gonna hang out. It's like being with your buddy. I just want to keep doing this, and I want to get more engagement. I want you guys to tell me what you want me to talk about. Comment what your favorite shows are. Tell me what your favorite football team is. I want to interact with you all. I want to work off of you all since I don't have anyone else to work off of. And who knows, maybe I'll get some guests. You know, I have a couple of friends here that I might want to bring on. I might want to figure out how to do like a stream guest, like have guests from back home. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's really fun. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Like I said in the beginning of this video, there just might be an outro. Check it out. See you in the next one.